Great decorating is all about the details, including a gorgeous textured set of coasters. How we love a coaster. Functional. And why not be beautiful? Quince has a gorgeous set of woven rattan coasters in 3 terrific colors with their own little holder that you're going to absolutely love. And if you haven't visited quince.com/DTT yet, get on over there. It's everyday elevated living without the markup. From crisp 100% linen bedding and soft organic cotton towels to airy curtains and premium kitchen tools designed for everyday use. And the best part? Like Quince's clothing, their home goods are half the cost of similar brands. By partnering with top artisans, Quince cuts out the cost of the middleman and passes the savings on to us. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. Elevate your space with home essentials from Quince. Go to quince.com/DTT for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's Quince, QUINCE.com/DTT to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/DTT. What's new from the Big Blue Box? Hey everybody, I'm Kelly Wilkness here with Anita Joyce, and this is Decorating Tips and Tricks. Today we are going to botch the Swedish language and tell you our picks from the new items from Ikea. Let me start that again. From the new items from Ikea. It's just such a great price point overall, and I'm always surprised by what they offer. You said something recently on a podcast about you bought something from Ikea, I think it was draperies, and you were like, it really didn't look like it should come from Ikea.
Right.
Because it was sort of soft and florally, and that's not what I conjure up when I think about Ikea. It's a lot more basic and a little bit more graphic in the patterns and things like that. So sometimes you do find something that is decidedly un-IKEA at IKEA. So I think I have a couple of things on my list like that today. And sometimes you find something that you know would be a whole lot more money someplace else, and you get a great deal on it. So we could definitely all use some great deals this year. So let's dig into what we found. And, we kind of do this just to make you laugh because we are not going to get these names right. So enjoy that aspect of it as well.
I hate to even go with this first one because I'm pretty sure you chose it. The Flodbork basket planter. Do you have that one?
Oh, you dirty devil. Yes, of course I have that. I'm the gardener. Hands off my Flodbork, please. Go ahead.
At this price,
go
we
ahead.
can both afford it. Yes.
Yeah, we can get to.
Beautiful, large planter basket. So obviously you'd put a pot in it. Kelly will tell you all about that. But
yeah, that's the big plant I always talk about. Now she's taking my plant. Okay, go ahead.
It's a very nice big basket. So I think it would work wonderfully. I'm sure you're going to steal something of mine. So we'll see how this goes.
Well, certainly I am now.
Oh, well, anyway, it's a beautiful big basket. Why don't you tell everybody about it, Kelly?
Thank you for sharing, Nita. Okay, it's $39.99, and it is, I believe, 16 inches in diameter. So 16 inches is going to fit a really nice size plant that I tell you should have in, if not all, most of your rooms. And it is a plastic rattan. I read that in the description. So you can even take it outside. So it could be an indoor or an outdoor planter. I don't know if it's lined, but I would suggest that you get the plastic liner, or you could even do a terracotta one, to catch the water in case it's not lined. But it is a great size. It's a great look. And in fact, I was just looking for a very large planter basket or pot for a client, and she didn't want to do the sort of wickery thing. She wanted to do a more of a ceramic, but I was looking at all different materials, and they're really expensive for that size, and sometimes you have to get them in a trio. So this one is great at $40. Definitely go for it and go get the plant, and then I don't have to keep saying that over and over again because everyone will have one. Okay, so maybe you didn't use this one, but it's also called the Florbajork, or however we're pronouncing that planter. So it's sort of in the same line, but it's they are calling it their flower box basket.
I saw that one as well. So.
That's really nice too, and that's 21 by 8. It's $19.99. It may also be this plastic rattan for inside out, I would assume, since it is the same name. But that was not in the description. It looks like more of that Kubo heavier rattan. It seems a little bit thicker than the large plant basket that Anita kicked off with. So pretty. And you could use it for things other than plants. You could definitely fit maybe 4 to 6 inch pots in there, just the little plants you might see at the nursery. So you could do herbs, and it would be lovely on a windowsill because it is only that 8 inches in depth. But you could also use it for utensils. You could put napkins in it. I can see it used in so many different ways. You could use it in your bathroom for maybe some pretty moisturizers or something if you want to keep it out on your counter. So there's a lot of ways to use this one.
If you've got these outdoors, what you're going to need next to it is the Namaro outdoor lounge chair. So this is something you can lounge on. It shows it with a cushion. I'm not sure if it comes with it, but it's one of those lovely lounge chairs that's wood. It's got wheels, so you can wheel it around for $219.99. I think it is a fabulous price.
That is a really good price. Outdoor furniture is pretty expensive, and I think the Ikea stuff lasts. So I'm going to do this one now because I think you might be on your list. The quilt, a bedspread. Okay. Golnat.
I didn't use this one.
Oh, you're going to love this one. I'm surprised. It's really pretty. Along the lines of what I said earlier is that it doesn't look very IKEA-ish. It has delicate florals on one side, and then on the other side a ticking stripe, and it's edged in this really pretty Wedgwood blue banding, and it comes in a king or queen. And the queen, I believe, starts at $39.99. It's so pretty, and it is so summery looking. It would look beautiful, fully on a bed, but also folded at the bottom of a bed. Maybe you're using some white bedding, and then you just have that folded at the bottom, and you pull it up if you need it. Or, you could take it off and use it maybe. Take it out and use it on your lounge chair if you want. Get the smaller size. It's so lovely. You're going to like this one, Anita, and I think everybody else will too.
I love their bookcases, storage units. The Hemnes bookcase in the gray, green, and light brown stained looks really fun. So it's got this kind of a gray-green paint on the sides and the back, and the shelves are stained wood. And this clocks in at $249, which is pretty awesome price for something that is over 77 inches tall and over 35 inches wide.
So they've had that line, right? The Hemnes, which we seem to be able to pronounce. But what is the difference here? It's the way they finished it. It's painted and
the color.
Wood.
This color is not one they've used before, as far as I can tell. I've never seen it. Okay. And it was in the new section, so
yeah.
I assume it's just the color that's different.
Right.
Because you're right. Hemnes has been around for a long time.
Right. So it's wood, stained, and also painted.
Correct.
What do you think about that combination? Because remember that was so popular on tables where the legs would be painted and the top would be wood?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't really like it that much on the tables. I think it's fine on these pieces. But I like the fact that the back is painted a color. So if you put something white in it, it's going to really show up if you use it to display white dishes. So I like the dark color. I mean, the shelves stained instead of painted, I don't think, in my mind, it doesn't make that big a difference because when you look at it straight on, it's a much smaller amount of real estate you're seeing than the back of the unit.
I agree with you. I never liked that in a table. I did have that once. I was so excited to get that table. And then the chair, same thing, like the green on the back, but the chair seat was stained. And then I thought, I don't really like this. And then you started like to see it everywhere. But I agree with you. On these shelves, you wouldn't notice that much. And I like the fact that the back is painted. That would look really great. Here's something really inexpensive, and you could use it in a variety of ways. I would see mostly in a kitchen. Let me try this. It's the Brugdahage. Somehow my Swedish sounds like Indian.
It sounds so
or
authentic.
something.
Are you sure you're not Swedish?
Brugdahage, something like that. I think, like, when I want to do a Swedish word, I kind of have to feel like that little lilting thing going on. Anyway, whatever you want to call it, it is a good-looking utensil holder for $9.99. It looks like a crock. It looks like the ironstone that I love. And it doesn't have any other detailing on it. It is just very plain Jane in this lovely warm bisque color. And it's got this nice little shape to it. Kind of comes in a little bit and then lips up. I could definitely see it in your kitchen. Wooden spoons in it. Maybe some other pretty utensils. Maybe even spoons and knives and cutlery might be too short for it because it's a kind of good size. So I would definitely say something more of like a wooden spoon or other wooden utensils would look great in it. You could pop a plant into it. You could probably find something to put in it for your bathroom, maybe cotton balls or something like that. It's pretty deep, so you're not going to want to put something in it that's going to drop in, but fluffy cotton balls could work. It's really good looking. It just looks like it's cost you a lot more money or even vintage.
It's a Billy. I know Billy's been around for a while, but this one has some interesting doors with it looks like caning in the doors.
Oh, I love that.
It's white. It's got the doors, but it has the caning, so you can kind of see through a little bit. This is 31 inches wide, 79 inches tall, $199.
Billy's amazing. It's like Madonna. He just reinvents himself and comes back. Oh, now I have caning. Now it's a whole nother look.
But now I do have to caution you, though, on the Billy, these shelves usually are not solid wood. So beautiful, but not for heavy things. So don't put anything heavy on.
Okay, no bricks in your Billies. Hey, we'll be right back with the rest of the show, but keep listening so we can continue bringing you DTT. So have you tried Dupe yet? If you haven't, come on, dupe.com. It is going to be your new shopping best friend. And it's not just for furniture. I know I've shared with you about my coffee table dupe, but you can save money with Dupe on fashion, shoes, jewelry, and more. I just used Dupe to find an absolute perfect twin of this t-shirt that I wanted. It was an $80 t-shirt. I was not going to pay $80 for a t-shirt. Dupe helped me find the twin, like maybe the exact same shirt. Find something you love, and then you can find replicas, twins, and maybe the exact thing for so much less. Give Dupe a try today. It is really so easy to use. You just type dupe.com / before any product URL in your browser, and voila! It instantly finds you less expensive alternatives. They even have an app and a browser extension you can download. No account is required. No sign up is required. It is completely free. I know, can you believe it? But it is completely free to use. Stop wasting money on brand names and start saving with dupe.com today. Okay, what have I got next? Oh, let's go back outside for a bit. Or you could use it inside. Or you could use it on your porch where it's covered. The Sunso, something like that. Folding chairs come in a bunch of different colors. The bright orange just spoke to me, and I think that would be absolutely the perfect pop in anyone's garden. You can just do the one chair, maybe do a planter next to it, but you could get 2 chairs, have a little conversation area. You could also get the bistro table that they have. So there's a lot of ways you can work with this particular line. The chair is $24. I can't really do better than that.
Wow.
And then the table is $41. And then if you want to get the set, which is 2 chairs and the table, it's $89. So there are partly metal, and then I think they're a very heavy plastic. So it's not going to be wood. They're not going to get, a patina to them, and they're not going to get all chippy. If that's the kind of bistro chair you're looking for, this is not the one. But if you're looking for a really easy care one that's going to really give you a big pop, orange, I believe red, white, black, blue. There might even been a green in there. There are a variety of colors.
Oh, I needed to have a pen handy to mark down all your favorites here because I did not choose that one. I really want to go see.
Well, just remember, you are going to create the show notes. So you're going to have all of this.
Yeah, I'll find all that.
I will share my list with you.
How about the Broth Jordan?
I said that was pretty good. I don't know if it's right, but it sounded pretty good.
It's a wall shelf with a towel rail in chrome, 29 inches wide, 11 deep. It's $34.99. Now, this looks like something you would see on a vintage train where you could put your luggage up there. So I know you know what I'm talking about.
I love that.
And they're very nice. I love using them in a bathroom. You can fold up towels to put up there. And it's a really nice looking shelf. And because it's not solid, if there's some dampness up there, the water's going to be able to evaporate. So very nice.
You might be able to put that in that spot behind the toilet, right? Which often people don't use, or you're using it for maybe a piece of art or something like that. But that's a great place to store towels, more storage in the bathroom in this spot that's not often used.
So my next one is the Viscosmosa throw. It's a green plaid. So this is a throw blanket, 51 inches by 67. So it's a nice size, $9.99. And I really like the colors in it, dark green, lighter green, and a white, and it looks like yellow as well. So I think this would be beautiful. It is recycled polyester, I believe. So it is not a natural fiber, and that is something I really do try to use natural fiber. So it doesn't have that going for it. But man, $9.99, and I think it is really charming.
So it's a throw blanket? I didn't see that one.
Well, I think you missed out because it's really
cute.
I
did. That would be great for a picnic or something like that. That sounds good.
Exactly. I think that would be a great use for that.
Yeah, it might not be too cuddly with the polyester, but who knows?
Yeah, well, we'll have to see about that. So how about the Clib Horse Sort cushion cover? And when they say cushion cover, we know what they mean. They mean a pillow cover. So this is a very cheery pillow cover. It's simple. It's a simple pattern with some little stripes, which does remind you of something Ikea might do. But the colors are so cheery. Pink, green, blue, white. There's so many different colors in this, and it's just very cheery, 20 by 20, $4.99. I think this would be so pretty. And at that price, you can easily change it out in every season. So I think that would be a fun thing to have in your rotation. Get those nice inserts like we talk about, and then you can just change the covers. It takes a lot less space to store pillow covers than it does to store the entire pillow.
Yes. Yeah, over the years, I have collected quite a number of inserts, and they are troublesome to store. I like them being up here when we record the podcast because they're probably absorbing some sound, and that's good. But I have so many of them, and I'm so hesitant to get rid of them because some of them I spend a lot of money on because they're really good, but I'm not using them all the time, and I have some odd shapes. So maybe try to have most of your pillow covers ones that take 20 by 20s or 22 by 22s, so you don't have a lot of odd shapes that you have to store. That's why you can just have a couple of inserts and then you rotate the covers all the time. That's a more efficient way to do it with less storage.
I have an embarrassing admission, and that is that I have, those large tubs with the yellow lids, the black tubs with yellow lids. I have many of those stored away with some very nice down-filled pillow inserts. Like you said, different sizes. And the cheap inserts, I just gave away or threw away. But the really nice ones that I spent money on, I'm having a hard time letting go. I do have room to store them right now. Mm-hmm. So I'm keeping them out in the barn. But if we ever move from here, they'll have to go. But I have quite a few of those, and duvets. And I even had, but if I want them later, I already have them. But if you're keeping stuff like this, I had to buy the tubs, and then I had to buy the shelves to put the tubs in. You are spending money if you're keeping too much stuff. There's just no way around it.
So if you give a decorator extra inserts, then she's going to want to get a tub to put them in. And then she's going to want to get shelving for the tubs. Does this sound like a kid's book to you? It's like, right?
And then you're going to need a storage unit or a building to store them in.
Please, those off-site storage units, they get me. But you kind of have an off-site storage unit in the back there.
Well, right, and we
got to rein that in, girlfriend. You got to rein that in.
Well, right, but you kind of feel like, do I need to get rid of it all now because it fits there fine? It's kind of like when we move. Mm-hmm. If it's out there, it's just not going with us. I don't, because it kind of doesn't make sense to just get rid of it now because I can store it easily. But now Evie's gotten really into the seasonal pillows, and she's not into using the same insert for everything. She just goes buys new pillows. She loves seasonal pillows. So she's stacking up quite a few racks of stuff.
You're going to have to start charging her.
I think so.
There. Yeah. Okay, here's my last one, which is so easy to say, so I saved it for last. Stockholm 2025, they're calling it. And it's actually a collection of glass vases. The one that really caught my eye that I think looks really luxurious and a lot more than what they're asking for it, which is $29.99, is the brown tinted glass. It is described to have been created by an actual glass blower. So, hey, that's terrific. So it's handmade by someone or mouth made by someone, I guess. It would look good alone. It's kind of got this really nice organic rounded shape, but it's not perfectly round. It's kind of, got looks like it was made by someone, an actual person. It would look great alone or with flowers. It's 9.5 by 7 3/4, which is actually a really nice size for a vase. So I think that everybody should check that one out. They also have different shapes and very organic shapes in the Stockholm collection, so all worth a look. And I wouldn't necessarily put all the pieces together. They seem like things you would buy separately because they don't really, you could have a very eclectic grouping, but I would hone in on this particular one, the brown tinted glass.
One other item I have is the Lippa Kaljaba, something like that, side plate. These are striped, and they come in white and pink or yellow and white. 6-inch plates, $4.99 for a pack of 2. These are porcelain, so be careful with these outside. But so fun and summery. I think these would be beautiful on your spring or summer table.
Great. And I can't believe that you found things I didn't even see. I thought I really scoured the new section, but good. That's great. So I'm looking forward to what you have to share with us in the show notes as well. Are we doing a review today?
Yes. This one is from Michelle Jez. Informative, fun, and inspirational is the title. I started listening to this podcast a couple of years ago, and I am now a devoted listener. It has provided me with so much inspiration for decorating my homes and assisting friends and family. I've also shared this podcast with others, and they have enjoyed it as well. There are so many episodes covering a wide range of topics related to decorating. It feels like there are endless subjects to explore. Did you hear that, Kelly?
It is incredible, isn't it, Michelle? We still can't believe how many topics there are to explore.
Right. What I love is that the hosts share personal stories about projects in their homes and their crushes, which makes it all the more enjoyable. I went back to school during COVID-19 and took interior design courses. This has enhanced my love for designing spaces. Thank you, Kelly and Anita, for sharing your passion and love for design.
Oh, Michelle, thank you so much. And good for you. You took some classes during COVID. I love that. You used that time well. And I'm glad you're enjoying the show. We're so happy to have you along with us.
Yes, thank you so much, Michelle. We appreciate these reviews so much.
Oh, yeah, it really helps. leave a review for us. It really doesn't take that much time, but we appreciate every second that you're using and to do that for us. It really does help get the show noticed on Apple Podcasts and all the other podcast players. What are we defining?
Okay, we're defining a tray ceiling. It has a raised central inset in the ceiling. So typically the ceiling along the room's perimeter is at least 9 feet tall and flat, and it has a central section that's raised about a foot higher. These ceilings work to provide the illusion of height and architectural interest without being too expensive. They work well with new construction homes because you can't really add them later, and typically a ceiling height of 10 feet or more. And we had one of these in our bedroom at our previous house, and it really did make the room feel so much larger because although it was 9 feet around the perimeter of the room, most of the room had a 10-foot ceiling, and that was a really nice addition.
It is a nice touch in a room. You see that I live in an 1886 house, so when I say newer build, it's like, some from the 20s, but you do see it in newer homes. You don't necessarily see the tray in older homes, but I like it for the fact that you can then have maybe even a more dramatic light fixture, chandelier, what have you, coming down because your ceiling is now at least another foot or maybe more higher. So it gives you a little bit more play there. So you can have maybe something larger and hanging down a little bit more. So there's a lot of good advantages to having that. And you could also paint it a different color.
Right.
You can really do some things with the tray ceiling, as we like to call the ceiling, the fifth wall, that can enhance it and make that tray aspect even more dramatic.
So what is your crush?
So I had like 11 and a half hours on my hands. No, I never have 11 and a half hours on my hands, but I do walk a lot and I walk my dogs a lot. So I like to look for Audible books that are long because I have 1 credit a month and I want it to last. And so I chose Brideshead Revisited. I had never seen Brideshead. I think I was too young to see it when it came out. Maybe I wasn't interested in it. I've never read the book. And then I never saw the series. And I thought, what is that all about? Well, I loved it. And it was narrated by Jeremy Irons. I thought it was terrific. I think he also was in the production. I'm certain he was. So I think you might enjoy it if you have 11 and a half hours on your hands and you do a lot of walking or you listen to it while you exercise or what have you. It was a great story and obviously a classic story, but it was really well narrated by Jeremy Irons.
My crush is a book I just got, and I am in love with this book. And it actually just came out this month, so that's probably why you might not have heard of it. It is called Perfect English Small and Beautiful by Ross Byam Shaw. And they took 12 pint-sized homes that had beautiful English style, and they featured them. There's a terraced townhouse in Ludlow, a gardener's cottage in Kent, a tiny London flat, a perfect Cotswolds country cottage, and so many more. And they were all so beautiful, so much beautiful wallpaper, and it's pattern on pattern. So if you're going maximalism, this would be a book that I think you would really enjoy.
You just entranced me with when you were mentioning all the different size homes and the terrace and the cottage. That's my love language. I love smaller homes. I love English country cottage style, which it sounds like there's a lot of that going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm going to have to get that one, Anita. Definitely put the link in the show notes. I want to get that book. And I love a book like that. Sometimes decorating books, it's almost like not necessarily a novel, but you kind of have to keep reading. It's not easy to sort of take it in sections. So it sounds like this is written that way, where you can look at one home and then, if you don't have time, you shut the book and you don't feel like you're kind of left off in the middle. I like that.
Well, right. And this is the kind of book that I like study the room.
Yes.
And kind of see what's in here, what is working, why does it work, and how do these different patterns come together? Is there anything in here that I want to bring into my home or a client's home? And they're just full of ideas.
Yeah, and you mentioned maximalist, but if you're struggling or you want to get into mixing patterns more, this sounds like a great resource for that. And that's what we do. We analyze the photos.
We do.
This is why I'm not a Reels fan, not because I don't like a video. Everybody loves a video. But on Instagram, I love just having the photo so I can have a really good look at it and take it all in and then learn from it. And that's what we do with magazines. That's what we do with decor books. That's what we do when we visit beautiful homes or go on home tours. And you know what? That is what we do when we have consults with you. We analyze the photos you send to us. Oftentimes, people will say, oh, let me make a video. And we say, that's great. We'd love to see your house in a video. Sometimes we even get to see your dog or something, or, but you're kind of floating us around the room and we're like, woo, woo, woo. We want the stills because that's what enables us to really go deep and learn about the room. Whether it's learning something and, you want to apply that, or figuring out what's wrong or what someone might feel like is wrong with their room, because that's why they're coming to us. So,
I feel like we'd be remiss not mentioning that our consult price is going up June 1st. So if you've been thinking about a consult, if you've been wanting one, now is the time to go ahead and click purchase. You don't have to schedule it right away. Sometimes people take a couple of months. That's okay to do that. You're more than welcome to do that, but you do need to get in and go ahead and make that purchase if you're wanting to get in on the old pricing.
Well, that was a good segue. I didn't even think about that. Okay, yeah, good to give everyone the heads up. But you're going to get more than the ticket price in your consult. Everybody says they do, and we make sure that you do. And one way we do that is because you send us still photos, and we pour over them. And we love doing it. And we absolutely love meeting all of our consult clients on the phone. And it feels like, they say feels like we're friends because they hear our voices all the time. But we feel like they're friends too, because they've been along with us. So we've kind of all sort of coming off the same page together. So it's a great experience. So if you're thinking about it, definitely get to it, get in there and click consult purchase before June 1st.
Well, thanks so much for hanging out with us. And remember, we're here to inspire you to create a beautiful home. Until next time.